Hello, hi. So I'm making an MSC MLBB prediction, Mobile Legends prediction. I'm using Krita, as you can see up here. If you can see, no, you can't see. Yeah. Fine. So, uh, my prediction, I guess. I mean, because I, I didn't expect first of all TLDR to be out on group stage. Same with SRG. SIG and TLDR is one of the two teams that I did not. Well, for me personally, I was expecting for them to go to knockout. I know TLDR won't be, I wouldn't say TLDR would be winning, but I would say around top five because just the concept of trio mid themselves is that's what the TLDR is known for. Is the trio mid, JP, Kaltizi, and Sanji, right? But well, I don't know if it's just because it's not their meta. I don't know if it's like they have some issues like how Onyx ID did in M7. Could be. We don't know. And so it's difficult to commentate because uh I was kind of hoping SRG to win. I mean, I had some hope for Vamos. I was kind of just praying like they get to knockout stage and just that's it. Like I feel like that's enough for them. That's enough for their achievement. But so far, seeing their performance, I think they did really good. I would say it's pretty good. So so what is my prediction? We start off. I'm gonna start off with the tomorrow the tomorrow games, right? So Young versus Galacticos. From what we see in knockout stage, it was shit. It was 2-0. Young versus Pro Esport. But so far in a best of five, I think yeah, I would say Young still wins. I would say Young still wins. But what is the prediction for well the points? I would say it's 3 and maybe 1, 3-1. I would say Pros has its good, but I think they will still lose to Yangon. All of these are rematch, right, from the upper bracket semifinals from the group stage. So that is Yangon Galacticos versus Pro Esport, which will happen tomorrow. And the next one is Team Vitality Vulcan Cage. I would say Vitality is the stronger team. I would say Vitality is the stronger team compared to Balkan Page, and Balkan Page is the final hope for Page to win this. So, like, if another team win this, we can just say, oh, Page is no longer the strongest team anymore. It's no longer. I mean, it's not their meta, because both TLPH and Falcon, their meta is the tank jungler, not the assassin meta, right? That is more towards the King Kong and Onyx Page. So I would say Team Vitality would win, but how much will they win? I would say it's 3-1. Could be 3-2, but I would say it's more likely 1. So Team Vitality is going to win. There's also another reason Vamos did pretty well against Spirit 2-0. I'm just surprised by the performance, especially error 4-4. It's still growing, which is the fact that he's still growing. I think is a really important part, and I think he can adapt to the meta, and I think he can fight better compared to the games he had in group stage. Right, he was the first to reach. They were the first one to reach to knockout stage. I think Vamos will win. Right, I think Vamos will win. I know I'm biased because I'm a Malaysian, but I think Vamos will win. But I think it's going to be 3-2. Actually, no, I think it's going to be 3-1. Either 3-0. It's either 3-0 or 3-1. I'm leaning more towards to 3-1, but there's also possibility of 3-0, and I think Vamos will continue on. And then Aurora Gaming versus Onyx. Well, I don't know how to comment. Like, Onyx got beaten dramatically by Aurora Gaming. Yes, they still did 3 games. It's 2-1, right? Aurora Gaming did win, but 2-1. But in the 2 games that they did win, it was very, very dominant. I would say it's very dominant. I think Aura will still win. I think Aura is still one from so far we've seen in the group stage. Aura is probably the top team. Could be the champion. Could be the champion. I'm not gonna lie. It could be the champion. So I think it's going to be Aura. I think it's Aura. Right. I think it's gonna be Aura. And the points will be, I would say, 3-0. It will be 3-0. That's what I believe. So then let's go to the next matchup, which would be a Young Gun versus Vitality. Young Gun versus Vitality, I think Vitality will win. I think it's best of 5, right? If it's best of 5, I think it's 3-2, I would say. No, I think let's say 3-1. I think it will be a very close match, but it's going to happen like the SIG versus AE in the final lower bracket. In the final lower bracket, fighting AE in M7. I think that's what it's gonna be like. It's 3-1. It's a very close match. They could win. Yangon could win. But I don't think Yangon is strong enough to beat Vitality, especially in the form right now. With Nile, with Shogun, with well, everyone in Vitality, Team Vitality, BTR. Right. So I think Vitality will win. I think so. So this is Vitality. And for this over here, for Vamos versus Aurora, I mean, I'm gonna be biased here. It's gonna be Vamos. And Vamos is gonna be winning by 3-1. It's gonna be 2-1 or 3-2. I would say I'm leaning more towards 3-1, but I think it's also 3-2. It could be 3-2 if Vamos wins. But it could also be Aurora that wins. It's a hard matchup, right? Because we have a team that, well, a team that like was expected to be kind of like Chico guys, kind of like Chico eSport back in M7. Well, we kind of just expected it to be like that, but the way they perform in group stage is wild. Like, I don't know if I can put my finger on it. I can't say much because like our Vamos is still growing. You can see that through the games from the first group stage, from the first match of the group stage of Vamos fighting. I think it's Entity not Entity 7. It was I don't remember. I don't remember the match. But we see in after fighting spirit, they actually did better. I would say they did better, and they kind of adapted to the meta a lot more maturely and faster compared to other teams. If we compare it to like SIG or compared to KLPH or even Falcon Spears, I would say if Vamos fight Falcon Spears, I think Vamos can actually win, depending on how much they prepare against their enemies. Right? But would I say Aurora wins? There's the possibility that Aurora wins, but I want to say that Vamos will win. I want to say Vamos wins. When I say Vamos wins, I also mean Vamos is the champion against Vitality. I know, it's very biased, very much biased on one singular team. But let's be real, Vamos has the potential. I would say Vamos has the potential to bring the MSC 2026 championship home, which we were hoping for SRG, because this is finally the meta where Sakai can perform, but Sakai didn't perform, and he played for like 2 games, and then Unit played for the rest 3 games. 3 games? Yeah, 3 games. No, it's 4, right? Because only played the 1, and then they lost to 2-1, I believe, against Onyx. No, it's 2-0 against Onyx, if I'm not wrong. Just wow. I mean, at least they won one match, compared to no. No, Sakai's played 3 match, and then another 2 match, 5 match, and then only played 1 and then 3. So it's a 5-4 match, right? If I'm not wrong, against Onyx. Onyx was 2-0, I believe they lost to 2-0. I mean, it's not TLPH where they lost 2-0, 2-0. I don't know where to blame on TLPH. I don't know. I don't have insight on it, and I'm just an outsider. I'm just a fan watching, so I don't think I want to comment much. I wouldn't put the blame on coach. I wouldn't put the blame on the players. I would say it's kind of both because it's like the drafting feels like ego drafting, right? Because we can see from Falcon Mena, we can see from I think Yangon Galacticos that they use tank jungle, like it still works, right? It's still a meta that works in the game, but like I don't know why they didn't just use it. Why force Kaltizi to use Hirara for 2 games? Like the first one didn't even work out, and why still continue? I don't know. I'm not saying the fault lies in Kaltizi, but I think they just I feel like they didn't prepare much. I would say I feel like they didn't prepare much when it comes to WH. SIG, I don't know. Like okay, for other teams that lost, I think True did pretty well for being first Indian team on international stage, and Entity 7 I think put it showed that other regions are climbing up, and I think the title for PH as the strongest region, I think it's going to be a tough fight because so far I think PH, I don't know, they're not really decreasing. I just think they sent the wrong game because due to meta changes. But will PH win this time? I don't think so. Not this MSC. Not this MSC. It will be probably a repeat of 2024, but a different team. It's not SIG, but it's Vamos. So I think Vamos will win the best of 7. Best of 7 needs 4, right? So 4 is the maximum. So I think it's going to be 4-2. Why 4-2? I don't know. It's either going to be 4-2 or 4-3, I would say. It's going to be a very close match. And I want to be 4-3, but I'm leaning towards 4-2. And the Vamos will be the winner. Vamos. So yeah. And the MVP, the finals MVP, if there is a finals MVP for MSC, I don't think there is, but either it's Star of the Day or MVP. I think it's going to be Notco. That is my prediction. This is all prediction. It can be true. It might be. You know, Vamos might lose to Spirit, and the whole thing is just gone, right? The whole thing just falls apart. But if Vamos lose against Team Spirit or Aurora, okay, if Vamos lose to Team Spirit or Aurora, Aurora will be the winner. Trust, I know Aurora will be the champion if Vamos loses. That's my prediction. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. I've thought for 30 minutes. That's a lot more than I expected. I thought I was just gonna go and do the numbers and everything. I don't know. So far, I think it's it's a wild. It's very much a wild MSC, right? It's an MSC where we can really tell the region that other regions are coming, like from America, from EECA, from MENA, even MENA. It's wild, right? I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say because it's so unexpected. I know teams. Well, we know Team Spirit is one of the top teams. Aurora Gaming is one of the top teams. We know that. We've seen it in M7 or MSC 2025, or even before that. We know they're good. For NIC ID, we know they're good with Kyrie and now addition of Kelra. I think that's going to be really it's going to be more difficult to beat them. But I think Aurora Gaming shows that they can do very well. So, and I still haven't talked about Yangon Galacticos, which is one of the dark horses of this entire MSC. I wouldn't say they're the dark horse still. I would say they are top teams now, considering back in M7. I think they also played in MSC. No, MSC I think it was CFU or CU soon. Either that. But Yangon Galacticos, no. Yangon Galacticos, Myanmar, I think. Yeah, I think. No, I don't remember where Yangon Galacticos come from. But they are one of the top teams. So not long. I don't think they should be considered as dark horses anymore. And BTR was very unexpected, especially in MPL ID, where I think they sit at 6, right? The rankings in for the group stage, I think they sit at 6, and then in playoffs they exploded. Like, what happened? Like they say, oh, it's because of the analysts, but I think it's finally time for them. I think they found the right method, and especially right now, I think they're in a really good form. Falcon BH, I don't know, because I think they are still I don't say Falcon BH is very honest. They're good, but I think they still struggle with some things, especially the meta right now is leaning towards the assassin, and we can also see the win rate for Ling is kind of down. Right now it's either Hirara or what are the Hirara in fact those are the two assassins right now are very very much used in the current meta. But I don't know. I think they can still perform well. It's just that for Falcon BH, I don't know if they can adapt faster. Because so far from the group stage, they were shaky. Right? That's from my perspective. And pro sport, I don't know what's coming for esport. I don't know that. I don't know the thing. I never seen. I don't watch the league. I don't watch the region, so I can't comment on it. And I don't remember. So I don't know much. For Onyx, I think I think that it's still pretty strong, or game is very strong. Spirit, on the other hand, I think they're still one of the top winners. Are they champions for contender? Possibly, but I don't think they're strong enough to compete to teams like Aurora or. I think if Yangon were to fight with Spirit, I think Yangon would actually win. Even Vitality, I think they would win against Spirit. But Vamos, again, I'm very biased because I'm Malaysian, but Vamos, whoa, whoa, what happened, bro? Between MPL and Y, so honest, what happened? Like, what happened to Arrow before? What happened to Narco? What happened to Lockwood? What happened to the Thief? What happened to well, what's his name? Sepak. Like, what happened to them? Like, well, if Vamos fight SRT right now, I think Vamos will win. But just Arrow, Arrow for 4. The micro, the mechanics are really good. I think they need to focus more on synergy in team fight, the chemistry. I think that's what they should focus more on. And I think the drafting is really good as well. But I would say there's still some fixes, and I think they still need some restraint. Like they shouldn't be so passive. Like they still need to hold the name as Vamos. Vamos is the one that aggressive, a very chaotic play. But I still think if they want to live up to that, but I think they should still have some restraint because we can see it was shaky kind of when the Vamos was fighting Spirit. Nako kind of blundered and fall also. I think the kid also fall at the time. So yeah, it's very possible that it could be the champion, but I think that would be a very tough fight. I'm rooting for it. So yeah, I think that's all. Bye.